All right, Arif. So here's the situation. You're saying your car loan account closed while you still owed money on it. The bank sent you the clean title, and now you're calling around. No one's responding. And the bank says the loan was paid off by the dealership. But when you reach out to the dealership, they have no idea what's going on. So naturally, you're asking, does this mean you're free and clear on the loan? Well, folks watching, if you've ever had a loan situation get this confusing, share your story and advice in the comments because together we can help figure out what's going on. These situations aren't that common and they need some savvy advice. All right, now let's break down what's going on here and what Arif should do next so everyone gets a handle on what they can do if they find themselves in this kind of limbo. It's crazy. Arif, while this isn't about a car loan, I had something happen a while back that was kind of similar. One time I sold a stock I owned through a stockbroker and got paid about $5,000 for it. Everything seemed to go just fine. And then months later, the brokerage came back and asked for the money back. It turns out the stock I had originally bought had been delisted and some new company had swooped in using the same stock ticker symbol. I'll tell you, that was a mess and it was stressful. And they even wanted to sue me for the money they pay me by mistake. And guess what? In the end, I had to pay it back because it turns out you can't benefit from someone else's mistake. If you ever hear a lawyer talk about ill-gotten gains, it'll open your eyes. Trust me. And, I found that when these kinds of mistakes happen, it's always best to create a documentation trail showing that you're doing everything possible to be the most reasonable and responsible person here. If things blow up later, it'll demonstrate that you weren't trying to get away with anything. You did your best to repair the situation. I actually know someone who ended up receiving two $25,000 checks when they should only have gotten one. They tried repeatedly to give the money back, but the organization that sent it said they had no record of that second check. In the end, after trying everything, he kept it. But he had the paper trail to prove he'd done his part in case they came back later. So let's dig into what might be happening here for you. Arif, some steps to take before anyone's knocking on your door. Now, here's the lay of the land. The bank says your loan was paid off by the dealership. But technically, you still owe because you haven't paid it yourself, right? They even sent you the clean title. Now, if the bank isn't giving you straight answers and the dealership is scratching their heads, here's what could actually be going on. One possible scenario, the dealership made an error, paid off your loan by accident, or maybe they handled it for a different reason and forgot to loop you in. This could actually be their headache and you're just caught in the middle. Or maybe it's a mix-up with someone else's account. You'd be surprised. Banks and dealerships have made stranger mistakes. I've seen crazy things. For you, though, this isn't exactly a golden ticket right now. You've got the title and no one's coming after you today, but legally speaking, if a mistake happened, they could come back around. So let's set you up with a few steps to be prepared. Document everything. Keep track of every call, email, or letter to the bank, dealership, or anyone else. You want all of this documented in case they ever try to make you repay that loan or unwind the payoff situation. You want to verify with the bank in writing. Since the bank is saying it's paid off, ask for that confirmation in writing. You want them to confirm that not only is the loan fully paid off, but there are absolutely no issues or outstanding balances with your account. Having this documented will help give you peace of mind. I suggest that you also verify this with the dealership in writing. Do the same. Even if they didn't have answers when you first called, ask them for a written, not a phone statement, a written statement, confirming that your loan is paid in full and that they see no issues with your account. This extra confirmation can give you added security. And, you can always check in with your state attorney general's office. I mean, here's a tip you might not expect. If you contact your state attorney general's office, they deal with issues like this all the time, and they might be able to lock this down or even help investigate if anything seems shady. It's free, and they could get you some straight answers faster than back and forth with the bank and the dealership. After you've done the work to get both the dealership and the bank to confirm in writing, they feel the situation is resolved and there are no issues with your accounts, you'll be able to rest a lot easier. I certainly wouldn't depend on anything someone just says over the phone. And depending on how much money we're talking about here, it's also a good idea to find a local attorney who could represent you in this mess. They could help resolve this or even advise you on when you're really in the clear. Otherwise, I'd always expect the other shoe to drop. And hey, if you're finding this useful, give me a hand by liking this video, consider subscribing, and boop that notification bell so you'll be in the know when the next video drops that needs your feedback, advice, and opinion to help someone else sort through a situation. Hey, plus check the description for resources and notes that back up everything I'm sharing. Those details can help if you're dealing with a situation like this. All right, Arif, keep those records, get written confirmation, and check in with your attorney general's office. You're setting yourself up on a path to stay free and clear. And for everyone else watching, have you ever dealt with a loan mix-up or a strange bank error? Let's hear about it in the comments. Until next time, stay awesome, keep learning, take care of each other. See ya.